Hello friends, I'm Jagdish Park Associate. Today's topic is engineering thermodynamics. So in engineering thermodynamics, I'll be explaining a concept from the chapter First Law of Thermodynamics. The name of the concept is constant pressure process. Okay. So before going to this video, please press the subscribe button of our channel, The Mechanical Engineers Team, and also click the bell icon so that you will get the notifications for new videos. So let's begin. First, the another name for constant pressure process is isobaric process. Okay. So in this constant pressure process, you will be studying about three things. First, the relationship between the volume and temperature values during constant pressure process. Second, the work done during constant pressure process. Third, the heat transfer during constant pressure process. To understand this constant pressure process, scientists have carried out an experiment. And the experiment is, take a piston cylinder. Now fill the gas inside the piston cylinder. Now place a weight on the piston. First of all, why we have to place a weight on the piston? Why? Because the weight will apply pressure on the gas which is inside the cylinder. This applied pressure will maintain the pressure of the gas inside the cylinder to be constant. That is throughout the process. Okay. Now heat the piston cylinder. By heating the piston cylinder, the volume and temperature of the gas will be changed. The pressure of the gas will also be changed, but the weight which the scientists have kept on the piston will maintain the pressure of the gas inside the cylinder to be constant. Okay. During this experiment, scientists have noted the pressure, volume and temperature values. So in this experiment, the pressure value was constant before heating and after heating, but the volume and temperature values were changed after heating. Okay. By using this pressure and volume values, scientists have plotted on PV diagram. So this is the PV diagram. So in this PV diagram, pressure values are plotted along y-axis, volume values are plotted along x-axis. So you can see here in y-axis there is only one pressure value, which means the pressure value is constant. But in x-axis there are two values. One is V1, the other one is V2. V1 is the volume value of the gas before heating. V2 is the volume value of the gas after heating. Okay. So please remember, in a constant pressure process, the PV diagram will be a straight horizontal line. Okay. Now I'm going to explain some important terms in this constant pressure process. Okay. First is state 1. State 1 is nothing but the condition of the gas before heating. State 2 is nothing but the condition of the gas after heating. P1, V1, T1 are the pressure, volume and temperature values of the gas before heating. P2, V2, T2 are the pressure, volume and temperature values of the gas after heating. M is the mass of the gas. So in this constant pressure process, the mass of the gas remains constant before heating and after heating, because the gas which is being filled inside the cylinder is being sealed by the piston. So there is no chance of escape of gas. So therefore, the mass of the gas before heating and after heating will be same. Okay. Next, R. R is gas constant value. This R value is universal, which means the R value for the gas before heating and after heating is same. Okay. So these are the important terms in this constant pressure process. Now we will look into the relationship between the volume and temperature values during constant pressure process. To find this relationship, we will apply ideal gas law. First of all, why should we apply ideal gas law? Why? Because ideal gas law gives the relationship between the pressure, volume and temperature of a gas. So that's why we are applying ideal gas law. So we will apply ideal gas law on state 1. By applying ideal gas law on state 1, we can study about the pressure, volume and temperature values at state 1. Therefore, the formula for ideal gas law of gas at state 1 is P1 V1 is equal to mR T1. Next, we will apply ideal gas law on state 2. By applying ideal gas law on state 2, we can study about the pressure, volume and temperature values of the gas at state 2. Therefore, the formula for ideal gas law of gas at state 2 is P2 V2 is equal to mR T2. Okay. Next, I am going to divide this state 1 and state 2. We get P1 V1 divided by P2 V2 is equal to mR T1 divided by mR T2. So in this formula, P1 and P2 gets cancelled because this is a constant pressure process. And this mass of the gas at state 1 and mass of the gas at state 2 gets cancelled, because as I said earlier, the mass of the gas remains constant throughout the process. Therefore, this M and this M gets cancelled. Okay. Next, R. R is constant I mean, the gas constant value is constant throughout the process. Therefore, the R in the numerator and the R in the denominator gets cancelled. Okay. So after cancelling all the terms, the remaining terms will be V1 by V2 is equal to T1 by T2. So this is the relationship between the volume and temperature values during constant pressure process. Okay. So next we will find the work done during constant pressure process. To be precise, we are going to find the work done formulae during constant pressure process. For that, I am going to use thermodynamic work done formulae, and the formula is dou W is equal to PdV, where dou W is differential work, P is pressure, dV is differential volume or change in volume. In this constant pressure process, we have to find the total work done, but in this thermodynamic work done formula, they have given differential work. So we have to convert this differential work to total work done. For that, we have to integrate this dou W between the limits state 1 and state 2. So by integrating this dou W between the limits state 1 and state 2, we will get the total work done. First of all, I will give the definition of total work done of this constant pressure process, and the definition is amount of work done in changing the condition of the gas from state 1 to state 2. Okay. Now in this RHS, P is pressure, which is constant. dV is change in volume, which means the volume of the gas at state 1 and volume of the gas at state 2 are different. So we have to integrate this PdV between the limits state 1 and state 2. So the next step will be integration of dou W between the limits state 1 and state 2 is equal to integration of PdV between the limits state 1 and state 2. Remember, work done or differential work or total work done all are path functions. Basically, path function cannot be integrated, but they can be rewritten. Okay. So this term integration of dou W between the limit state 1 and state 2 is nothing but the total work done. So this term can be rewritten as 1W2. Okay. Now in this RHS, pressure P is constant, so we can take P as common. So the next step will be 1W2 is equal to P into integration of dV between the limits state 1 and state 2. So here integration of dV is V. So the next step will be 1W2 is equal to P into V between the limits state 1 and state 2. Now we will apply limits to this term V. We get 1W2 is equal to P into V2 minus V1. And this is the formula for work done during constant pressure process. Okay. So next we will find the heat transfer during constant pressure process. To be precise, we are going to find the formula for heat transfer during constant pressure process. For that, I am going to use the formula of first law of thermodynamics of closed system, and the formula is 1Q2 is equal to delta U plus 1W2. So here 1Q2 is heat transfer, delta U is total change in internal energy, 1W2 is work done. So in this RHS, delta U is nothing but U2 minus U1, where U2 is total internal energy of the gas at state 2. U1 is total internal energy of the gas at state 1. And 1W2 is P into V2 minus V1. So the next step will be 1Q2 is equal to U2 minus U1 plus P into V2 minus V1. So here P into V2 is PV2 and P into V1 is PV1. So the next step will be 1Q2 is equal to U2 minus U1 plus PV2 minus PV1. Now in this RHS, I am going to rewrite this PV2 to P2V2 and PV1 to P2V2. P1V1. Okay. Because this is a constant pressure process, so pressure P or pressure P1 or pressure P2 all are same. By rewriting this term, the heat transfer value will not be changed. Okay. To be precise, I am just rewriting this PV2 to P2V2 and PV1 to P1V1. Okay. So the next step will be 1Q2 is equal to U2 minus U1 plus P2V2 minus P1V1. Now I am going to rearrange this RHS. So the next step will be 1Q2 is equal to U2 plus P2V2 minus U1 minus P1V1. So in this minus U1 and minus P1V1, negative sign is common. So I will take negative sign as common. Okay. For these two terms. So the next step will be 1Q2 is equal to U2 plus P2V2 minus of U1 plus P1V1. Next, I am going to make a substitution in this RHS by using enthalpy. We know that the basic formula for enthalpy is H is equal to U plus PV, where H is enthalpy, U is internal energy, P is pressure, V is volume. Therefore, the formula for enthalpy of the gas at state 2 is H2 is equal to U2 plus P2V2, and enthalpy of the gas at state 1 is H1 is equal to U1 plus P1V1. So, in this RHS, U2 plus P2V2 can be rewritten as H2 and U1 plus P1V1 can be rewritten as H1. So, the next step will be 1Q2 is equal to H2 minus H1. But H2 minus H1 is differential enthalpy, that is dH. So this H2 minus H1 can be rewritten as dH. So the next step will be 1Q2 is equal to dH. There is another formula for dH, and the formula is dH is equal to mCp dt, where m is mass of the gas, Cp is specific heat added during constant pressure, and dt is differential temperature, and the formula of dt is T2 minus T1. Okay, so I am going to replace this dH by mCp dt. So the next step will be 1Q2 is equal to mCp dt or mCp T2 minus T1. So friends, this is the formula for heat transfer during constant pressure process. So friends, this brings an end to the explanation part of this video. I hope you all would have understood. If any doubts are there, please do comment in comment box. And remember to like, share and comment on our videos. Thank you friends.